Today I wanted to make a video where I talk about different trends that are, quote unquote outdated or not as popular anymore or whatever, and talk about why I still love them, why I want to bring them back, why I regret getting rid of them or stopping wearing them or whatever. This is going to be like things from fashion to social media to honestly all over the board, and I think these videos are really fun. I love hearing everyone's opinions in the comments below, and I love having a tiny mic and just being sassy and giving you my full honest opinions on things, because I have many years of people pleasing, especially being on the internet, behind me, and I just kind of want to be a little more unhinged about it, and the tiny mic really helps bring that out. Also, just a side note and a tangent, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I think there's been so much talk around trends this year specifically that I feel like it's become villainized or that it's like a very bad thing, and there's obviously a lot to be said about the trend cycle and all that kind of stuff. All I'm trying to say basically is that this is just for funsies, okay? It's just for fun. So let's just have a good time, enjoy ourselves. Grab yourself a little drink, a little snack, kick back, relax, and let me talk at you for the next several minutes. The first thing that I have to get off my chest, and a trend that I deeply miss and really kind of regret getting rid of, is millennial pink. Like the very millennial pink color, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love this color of pink. I feel like it kind of came and went, and now more sort of like baby pinks and pastels and things are a lot more popular, but I loved this shade of pink. It kind of brings me back to Instagram in like probably 2015 to 2018, where, the cool thing to do was like go to Melrose in LA and stand in front of a pink wall and just take pictures in front of it. We're gonna talk more about Instagram in a minute, but I feel like even within the trend world, like colors are very much involved in that. So I remember in 2021, it was like celery green was very trendy and popular, and now I would say in 2024, it's like cobalt blue and red. And so anyways, I just really love millennial pink, and I fully plan on buying and thrifting some things in millennial pink if I see it. I think it's so cute. I love pink on me, especially when I have like a kind of more super blonde hair look going on, and I just think it's a really cute color, and I don't really know why I got rid of it, but I'm ready to jump back into it. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about in the comments below, but I think we should bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's take power back to the term millennial pink. Let us millennials reclaim our pink because we deserve it, and it's a cute color, okay? Rant over. As I mentioned, speaking of Instagram, I really miss the era of fun, curated Instagram. I know that sounds weird because, social media is definitely leaning more towards authenticity these days, and, sharing a lot of details about your life and feeling more connected to like the person rather than the content. But I do miss the just simple, fun era of I would say 18 was the peak of it, where you would have like a theme to your Instagram. You would take cute little pictures of your avocado toast or your food wherever you went, or you would go stand in front of a mural wall and take like 1,000 pictures. We've gone in such a direction with Instagram with like the photo dumps, but honestly those are even more curated because you have to get like the perfect zoomed in photo, you have to get the perfect blurry photo. Like, it's still curated, so why not just like bring back the cute little posed, go to a cafe and sit in the chair with your latte and take your cute little picture. Like, I love that. I miss that. Everything on your feed was pink, or you had the white borders in the background of your photos, or you had like an autumnal theme and you used the same filter on every photo. And even like the days where we used the actual Instagram filters. Does anyone remember that? Have I been around way too long? It just felt like Instagram was a lot more fun, and now it's just become a lot heavier. So that's just my 2 cents. I really do think that there's a time and place for everything, of course. And Instagram has taught me a lot over the last several years, no doubt about it. But I just miss that like silly, curated, posed, fun, kind of light version that Instagram once was. So maybe, I'll take it upon myself to try and make it fun again, because I really do miss it. Next, for a fashion trend, I don't know if this is necessarily like outdated thrifted or out of style, but I don't see it as much anymore, so I'm assuming it's so, but that is Harley-Davidson t-shirts. Oh boy, there was a time in my life where finding a good thrifted or vintage Harley-Davidson t-shirt was like the highlight of my life. If you know, my friend Alexa used to have like a collection of Harley-Davidson t-shirts. I'm pretty sure she still has like most of them. And it's just like the perfect graphic tee. You have like a fun little graphic on the back and it'll say like Sioux Falls, South Dakota or something like that. It's just the most like obscure American campy kind of t-shirt and I love it. I just love the colors of the Harley tees. Most of the time they're black. Got a little bit of orange in there for fun and like I just miss that era of fashion so much where I would wear like a Harley-Davidson t-shirt, a leopard print midi skirt and like my Converse. So I'm kind of on the hunt as I go thrifting for more Harley-Davidson t-shirts. I think I still have a couple. I mentioned the mountain t-shirts in my last like sort of outdated trends video and I do regret getting rid of those and I do regret getting rid of some of my Harley tees as well because they're always going to come back around. You know, capris have started making the rounds with Gen Z. They're becoming trendy again, so it's like you just gotta hold on to stuff, you know?
If you don't own a pair of capris, I'm telling you, go buy a pair right now, right?
Listen to me. I know Alexa has started wearing her Harley tees again and she just looks so cute in them and like it's really inspired me to want to get some more, so maybe the next time I go to like the Rose Bowl flea market or something like that I will keep an eye out because they're a freaking cute shirt and they go with everything. Like they are truly a neutral in my mind, so I love them. The next trend that I really feel like came and went quickly was the paper bag waist trend and I miss that so much. Oh my god.
Bring her home. Bring her home to us.
I miss the paper bag waist so much, specifically with jeans, but also just with anything. It's like, what more could you want? It's jeans with an elastic waistband in them. Why did we ever let that go away? I feel like it's a very vivid, maybe 2018, 2019 type of thing, maybe even 2017. And it's like, then it just disappeared. I never see paper bag waists again. Like, I don't see them in the wild. I don't see them on social media. Like, what did we all do with our paper bag waist jeans? Like, where have they gone? Someone needs to launch an investigation because I don't have any anymore. I must have like donated them, resold them, whatever. And they were just the most comfortable jeans. I remember finding, I think, a pair of Wild Fable paper bag waist jeans from Target and like I wore the hell out of those. I think I had some shorts that were paper bag. To me, it's such a cute silhouette. I feel like it's just universally really like nice looking on everyone. So I was thinking the other day about elastic waist jeans and how that would be so iconic and like why aren't more jeans made out of elastic waist? And I'm like, oh my god, we had that. We had that and we fumbled. We fumbled the bag, so I don't know honestly where they all are in the world, but I'm gonna find them. Next up will probably come as no surprise, and that is wearing bike shorts as like an outfit, like an actual outfit, like bike shorts and an oversized t-shirt, and that being the outfit. There was a time where it was the biggest part of my personal brand to wear oversized t-shirts and bike shorts as an outfit. I would wear Converse with it, I would wear Doc Martens with it, I would wear Adidas with it. It was and is still the most comfortable outfit that you could ever wear in your entire life. I do still like occasionally if I go to Disneyland or whatever wear bike shorts and an oversized tee, but I used to like literally style it as an outfit. When I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about for this video, I was like, wait, why did I stop doing that? Like that was so cute, especially for summertime. It sort of came and went and then I got more into different silhouettes and different styles and things like that, but that's to the core of who I am. Like I miss that so deeply. I did do a sort of variation of this probably back in January that sparked this entire idea. I wore like an oversized t-shirt with a flannel tied around the waist with my bike shorts and cowboy boots, and I felt so cute and I was so comfortable. It literally felt like I was wearing pajamas. When you say the words like personal style, that's a big buzzword at the moment, buzz term, everyone's talking about it. I will say if I think about what my personal style would be, that's definitely at the top of the list for sure. Going right along in the same vein, if you've followed me since 2018-ish, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about, but I desperately miss the half up, like little sprout ponytail. That was the cutest hairstyle, and then just like one day I didn't wear it anymore. And I don't really know why. Now I've kind of graduated to more, I guess, like slicked back half up styles and slicked back buns and things like that, which are much more convenient when you have dirty hair. You can just like put a glob of gel on your hair and you're good to go. But I really do miss that like just cute little sprout ponytail. I wore it so often. Like it became, again, part of sort of like my personal brand. It was like a daily thing. I mean, although there were probably some, you know, breakages happening up there in my hair, it was just so cute. So maybe I'll have to play around with it, especially now that I have bangs. I feel like a little sprout half up pony would be so cute. It was like a little waterfall at the top of my head, and I honestly thought it was adorable. It was like the perfect blend of wearing your hair up but having it down at the same time, which is what I love. So one day I just did my last sprout pony for the last time and I didn't even know it. So we're gonna have to bring it back. The next trend is a very specific thing that I found at the thrift store the last time I was there like a couple weeks ago, and it just brought back all of the memories and, you know, remembering that all of us had it at the same time, and that is the 2014 era faux fur lined hood, olive green jacket with the faux fur lined hood. You know what I'm talking about. Like no matter where you got it from, you probably had one. I wore that thing every single day. It was like my only coat. It was the epitome of fashion to me. It was like that with a cute little maybe like striped sweater underneath with some jeans, some high-waisted skinny jeans, and of course the Michael Kors riding boots, but I had the dupe from Target because obviously I wasn't gonna pay that much. Every single weekend, every time I went out, anytime I did anything, I loved it. And I just, where did they all go? I did see one at the thrift store the other day, but I don't know if it's one that I'm gonna like, you know, perhaps purchase again, but it is just one that I miss and that makes me feel nostalgic. I feel like it's just, it gives me the warm fuzzies to think about, but it, you know, I did see one at the thrift store and I was like, you know, I don't think that that's something that I would be wearing now currently, as opposed to like 10 years ago, which don't even get me started on the fact that 2014 was 10 years ago. I can't think about it. Somebody please bring it back because I think it's adorable. Next up, we have something that is so very personal to me and so precious and that I think about all the time, and that is t-shirt dresses and sweater dresses. Like, why did we stop wearing those? They were so comfortable. I wore a sweater dress so frequently, I can't even begin to describe it. I would wear a sweater dress with like tall socks, like over the knee socks and black booties, and that was my uniform. And then in the summertime, when it was a little bit warmer, I would do the same thing. I would wear, you know, take off like the over the knee socks. I would still probably wear the booties, sometimes gladiator sandals. Who remembers those? Ew. That is one thing that I'm probably glad is gone, to be honest. And then I would wear my little t-shirt dress, and it was a full outfit, a little flannel around the waist. Like, what could be cuter? Why did we stop doing that? I need to find t-shirt dresses immediately, especially sweater dresses. Like, to me, there was just nothing cuter. I understand that for a lot of people, maybe they weren't the most practical if you lived in a super cold climate, but they make like fleece-lined tights now, and there are tons of things you could do to keep warm. I don't know, I just love like a long sleeve with a little bit of leg showing. That's like one of my favorite things ever, so I just miss it. It was so easy. You had a whole outfit. You didn't have to do anything. You just put on one thing and that was it. So clearly I feel very passionately about this, as I do with many things in my life, but I just miss it. And I really need to find some cute sweater dresses, and I really need to see more of those in the thrift stores. I need to see more brands making them, because the thought of wearing a sweater dress and like a cute little riding boot right now it's making me feel too powerful, and I feel like I need to tap back into that. The next two trends kind of go hand in hand. They're both from like the early 2000s to like the 2010s. This first one that I'm thinking of is specifically in like the 2010s, and that is massive, huge purses. I'm talking like gigantic Mary Poppins style purses that we all used to wear. My purses used to be so big. I don't know what I was filling them with, because I wasn't carrying around like water bottles or vlog cameras or anything that I am nowadays.
What's even in there? Huh? Flat shoes for the subway? Her lunch pail? She's brought a ludicrously capacious bag.
But I feel like over time, like bags just got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it was like kind of micro bags were popular, and now like more crossbody bags are popular, and I do feel like, you know, things are always going to come back around and huge purses are going to become trendy again. I understand that maybe it's not the most convenient thing in the entire world and maybe practical, but you could argue that maybe it is practical because it fits so much stuff in it. I remember having this like probably Target or Forever 21 purse that was truly gigantic, and so much so that by the time like water bottles became popular and people started carrying around these gigantic water bottles, like you couldn't even tell that it was in there. So that's something I would definitely love to see again. Another one is big sunglasses, like these huge oversized sunglasses. I'm talking like the Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, Lindsay Lohan, like big honkin' sunglasses on your face. I miss that so much. I miss being able to literally put on a pair of sunglasses and you could not tell if I had eye makeup or brows or anything on or not. It was just covering my entire face. Don't get me wrong, I love my tiny sunglasses. I have like an entire collection behind me and I think they're adorable, but like they've just gotten so small. They've gotten smaller and smaller, and it's like, when did we veer from the gigantic bug-eyed sunglasses of the early 2000s? Because I miss them. I need to go on a hunt for them. It feels very nostalgic, like Laguna Beach, the hills, that type of thing from that era of life. So I will definitely be on the hunt for some, especially at like flea markets and things like that, because I just really miss having that coverage. And like sometimes when I go for a hike and I'm really just genuinely looking for sun protection, I'm like, oh my god, all my sunglasses are this big. Like they're teeny tiny. I need facial coverage. The next trend is circle skirts, and specifically that very 2014 Tumblr, like 1975, the neighborhood. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I miss that so much. I did recently thrift a sort of like fit and flare type of skirt that really does look a lot like a circle skirt, so it kind of gives me that same nostalgia, but like that was the perfect skirt. You could wear bike shorts underneath it. It was flowy, it was cute, it had a beautiful silhouette. I know we kind of overdid it with it, so I understand why it came and went. I do think it'll fully come back if it hasn't already, but I miss it. I miss it. Whenever I'm searching on like an online thrifting platform like Mercari, ThredUp, Poshmark, Depop, whatever, I am always looking out for circle skirts. That's very hard to say. Circle skirt, circle skirt, circle skirt. I'm always on the hunt for those, and I'm gonna definitely need to keep an eye out, especially when I go thrifting and go to like flea markets and stuff, because I need one. I need to wear a circle skirt with like a halter white crop top and a flannel tied around my waist and booties and feel like I am back in 2014 again and I'm a little Tumblr girly. Okay, and last but not least, this may be a controversial one, but I kind of miss the trend of cold shoulder tops, but within reason, okay? Especially if you're plus size. I know you know this thought process where you're like, what are you talking about? Because cold shoulder tops are like the go-to for like Torrid, any kind of plus size line, any brand that's like, we have extended sizes. There's always gonna be a cold shoulder top. So I don't mean to offend. I don't mean like that. I just mean like, remember when we would wear those sweaters that were kind of like a baggy oversized sweater, but then there were like a few little slits that made it kind of more of a cold shoulder look, or even the cute little sweaters that like had a little cut off right here and then there would be like an opening and then it would continue. I don't know. I love a shoulder moment. I just think it's so cute and like a perfect way to show a little bit of skin without like, you know, baring your arms if you don't want to, and it just adds a little something extra to an outfit. You can wear a regular bra with it. Honestly, if I found a cute one, I would totally rock it, especially like I feel like they were always tunic length, so wearing like a tunic length cold shoulder sweater with some leggings and maybe some leg warmers and some riding boots or whatever kind of boots you had back in the day. Like I remember a pair from Charlotte Russe that I had that were like a taupe color and they had studs all over them. Mwah, that was like a perfect outfit for me. Now I would obviously adapt it a little bit more to my current style and just what I like wearing and what I have in my closet, but like I genuinely miss it. This has really just been like a nostalgic tour of all the trends that I miss from years past as well. And really what this has taught me is to like hold on to things in my closet, number one, and just like always expect for things to come back around, you know, whether it's a few years later, whether it's 10 years later, things are always gonna come back around. So enjoy them if you like them, don't if you don't. Wear whatever the hell makes you happy, of course, and whatever makes you feel good, but I would be more than thrilled to have any of these things back in my life, that's for sure. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified anytime I post a new video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if there are any trends that you miss, that you consider to be like outdated, or that you really want to bring back. What are your thoughts on the trends that I mentioned? Do any of them give you PTSD? You know, what are your thoughts? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!